First for the red team, number 10, BJ Indian, 5'9", 160 from Circle. For the blue team, number 10, Tanner Wood from Ennis, 5'11", 195 pounds. For the red team, number 11, Caleb Canucci from Forsyth, 6 foot, 185 pounds. For the blue team, number 11, Colton Grange from Flint Creek, 5'11", 108 pounds. For the red team, number 12, Logan Martin from Forsyth, 5'9", 160 pounds. For the blue team, number 12, Andrew Gomez from Flint Creek, 5'10", 160 pounds. For the red team, number 20, from Forsyth, 5'10", 155 pounds, Nathan Weber. For the blue team, from Ennis, 6 foot, 190 pounds, number 20, Corbin Wood. For the red team, number 21, Keegan Stroke from Belt, 5'10", 155 pounds. For the blue team, number 21, Will Mastet from Arlee, 5'10", 175 pounds. For the red team, number 30, Landon Taylor, Fort Benton, 5'9", 165 pounds. For the blue team, number 22, Toby Odom from Charlotte, 5'10", 180 pounds. For the red team, number 31, Josh Peppas from Cascade, Montana, 5'10", 145 pounds. For the blue team, number 30, Elijah Rosen from Victor, 5'11", 175 pounds. For the red team, number 32, Riley Winder from Scobie, 5'10", 205 pounds. For the blue team, number 31, Brady Freiberger from Charlotte, 6'1", 195 pounds. For the red team, number 40, Tyler Stevens from Great Falls Central, 5'7", 185 pounds. For the blue team, number 32, Rhett Woodhall, 5'10", 150 pounds from DGS.
Like he's one of those guys.
For the red team, number 50, Lex Herberly from Forsyth, 5'11", 240 pounds. For the blue team, number 40, Caleb Garrison from Twin Bridges, 5'8", 170 pounds. For the red team, number 41, Dylan Yervik from Circle, 5'9", 165 pounds. For the blue team, number 41, Rylan Gucci from Park City, 5'11", 150 pounds. For the red team, number 51, Dakota Daly from Shota, 5'10", 220 pounds. For the blue team, number 50, Josh Seabrook from Park City, 5'11", 230 pounds. For the red team, number 52, Ethan Beery. From Circle, 6 foot, 250. For the blue team, number 51, Austin Grove from the Tri-City, 6 foot 2, 250 pounds. For the red team, number 60, Kyle Schillinger from Circle, 6 foot 3, 240 pounds. For the blue team, number 52, Kane DeLassy from Arlington, 5 foot 9, 148 pounds. For the red team, number 61, Tyson Robinson from Verona, 6 foot 3, 280 pounds. For the blue team, number 60, Tucker Walter from the Tri-Cities, 5 foot 8, 165 pounds. For the red team, number 62, Rex Reynolds from Fairview, 5 foot 11, 205 pounds. For the blue team, number 61, Rory Berg from Arlene, 6 foot 7, 260 pounds. For the red team, number 70, Trevor Yoha from Great Falls Central, 6 foot 1, 275 pounds. For the blue team, number 62, Lars Meissy from Harlingen, 5 foot 9, 285 pounds. For the red team, number 71, James Slaughter III from Shoto, 6 foot 1, 200 pounds. For the blue team, number 70, Tyler Rolson from Joliet, 6 foot 165. For the red team, number 72, Mickey Bidwell, Forsyth, 5 foot 8, 215 pounds. For the blue team, number 71, Brett Robinson from Joliet, 6 foot 2, 180 pounds. For the red team, number 80, Troy Hennis from Belt, 6 foot 2, 205 pounds. For the blue team, number 72, George Schick from Arlene, 6'1", 190 pounds. For the red team, number 81, Nolan Maestro from Belt, 6'0", 165 pounds. For the blue team, number 80, Tyson Pettigrew from Charlotte, 5'11", 165 pounds. Number 82 for the red team, Robbie Flynn from Belt, 6 foot, 170 pounds. For the blue team, number 81, Kirby Caden from Joliet, 6 foot 2, 235 pounds. For the red team, number 83, Jonathan Moore from Shoto, 6 foot 1, 175 pounds. For the blue team, number 83, Sawyer Cunnington from the Tri-City, 5 foot 10, 165 pounds. For the red team, number 84, Caden Jumpstone from Forsyth, 6 foot 2, 175 pounds. For the blue team, number 84, Carson Norskott from DGF, 5 foot 7, 158 pounds. For the red team, number 85, Paul Johnstone, Forsyth, 6 foot 2, 175 pounds. For the blue team, Trey Oswald, number 85 from Joliet, 5 foot 10, 165 pounds. Your head coach for the red team, Sean Hollowell from Forsyth, Greg Horton from Great Falls Central. Special teams. Offensive assistant is Levi Sykes from Fairview. Offensive coordinator Ty Ellingser from Circle. Defensive coordinator Lucas Gunderson from Choto. For the blue teams, your head coach from Flint Creek is Mike Cutler. Offensive coach Chuck Forty from Arlene. Offensive coach Jake Stevenson from the Tri-Cities. Defensive coach Mike Cron from Charlotte. Defense, the coach Curtis Koenig from Ennis. And the offensive coach George Warbutte.
Respectful end. You understand that. But eventually they will be at each other's throats. No, I mean, there's a little tongue-in-cheek there, but yeah, when you were talking about them kind of singing each other's praises, so on and so forth, yeah, it's amazing what a few years of success on both sides of the football will do to that relationship.
The red team kicks off to the blue. The Indians kicks it. It's bounced and picked up at the 15-yard line. Good downfield coverage that time. The blue will take over at the 15-yard line. And actually, there is a sticking point there because this is the final game in the coaching career of Sean Hollowell. Sean Hollowell from Forsyth has announced his retirement. He was very emotional coming onto the field when I went over to talk to him. And he has had a great week here, but Sean Hollowell getting his Dogies into the state championship last year for the first time. And so Tanner Wood will bring out his offensive unit first. Once again, 8-man championship here in the Mining City. Fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself. Gets the block across the 20, 25, 30. Cut back. He has running room. Off to the races is Tanner Wood. Wood across midfield, 40, 30, 25, 20. Wood is in a foot race with himself, and Wood's going to take it to the house. Wood is going to go 85 yards for the score. We are playing on a full 100-yard field, so an 85-yard score for Tanner Wood on the first snap of the game.
Yeah, and those of you that aren't surprised, that is, of course, one of the Wood twins out of Ennis, Montana, Tanner, the twins who won the State C track championship. So once he hit about the 40-yard line, I knew that one was over.
Yeah, those guys, you have the Woods on one side and the Johnstones on the other. You have Paul Johnstone and Kay Johnstone out of Forsyth, who are absolute beasts themselves. So Tanner Wood takes it 85 yards to the house for the score. The blue team, the home team here in this ball game, with one offensive possession, they go up 6-0.
And Wood cut it back and saw the opening and hit the hole.
They'll stay out to go for two. Handoff off guard right and into the end zone for the two-point conversion is Tanner Wood. So Wood gets in, and the blue squad goes up 8-0 as we're here on the Northern Egg Network. Hopefully everything going well as we make our way through a gorgeous Saturday here in the Mining City. The blue team goes up 8-0 over the red team on one snap of the football, ladies and gentlemen. And Tanner Wood will stay in to kick the football here for the Blue All-Stars. So Wood approaches, and the kickoff, nice kick. It's going to go over into the end zone, and well, they're going to take it out. They didn't blow it dead, and with an all-star format, he brought it out. He was expecting a whistle, it looked like, and he got it out to the 1-yard line, if that, and then was shut down quickly. So the red offense will start deep in their own territory, and they'll stack up the I, and it looks as though Caleb Kanoki from Forsyth will be running the first offense. Kanoki, I formation stacked behind him. Hard count almost gets the nose across, and it looks like they will get him across. Good hard count by Kanoki.
Get his team out of the hole, out of the shadow of his own goalpost, and let them start this series at the 7-yard line versus the 2.
Well, and you have to gather there's going to be a lot of energy, and guys are going to be really ready for that first snap. I formation again. Kanoki hands it off to his tailback, straight ahead, a gain of 2 out to the 9-yard line.
The only thing better than making this all-star game is getting one of the MVP awards selected at the end. So, yeah, there's going to be some eager bodies. That time Nathan Weber off the right side, a 5'10", 155-pound running back out of Forsyth for a couple-yard gain.
So that's going to bring up second down and 3 here for the red squad. Once again, the red represented by the north and the east. That changes every year. I formation set up behind Kanoki, and he will get some blocking. He's going to turn the corner, brings it upfield, cuts back. He's out to the 12. Ball comes out, but it should be whistled down. He'll get a yard, maybe 2, and still be shy of the first down marker.
He's really close here. I would think maybe just inside a yard. A no doubt decision to punt the ball in a regular game, but in an all-star game, I would assume they will go try and get this first down.
Well, we still got 3rd down and 1. So
yeah. They still
after
get
the 5-yard penalty.
They still get 4 downs. My fault.
We're not in football shape,
All of a
Haskey.
sudden, I went to Canada.
I formation, handoff to the fullback, off guard left. He's out across the 13 to the 14-yard line, first down yardage and more. As a nice run that time, as bouncing left was Martin. Logan Martin's out of Forsyth, so the Forsyth unit is out there. as you have Kanoki, Martins, and Weber all out on the field.
He took a good hit that time. Brett Robinson getting down the line of scrimmage, 6'2", 180-pounder out of Joliet, getting down the line of scrimmage and laying him down quickly.
Fresh set of downs here for the Red. Blue leading 8-0. The first offensive possession for the Red. Dropping back, looking to throw is Kanoki. Kanoki has time, rolls right, airs it up downfield, overthrown as he was looking deep downfield that time, and I assume one of the Johnstones was the intended target. And I believe that is Johnstone out there. We'll see his... Can't quite see. I see an 8, so I know it's out there. All right, yeah, that one's going to be Paul Johnstone. So Paul was the intended target.
Yes. As if it's not hard enough to keep them straight, they're 84 and 85. We're numbers 84 and 85, so we'll certainly have to get both numbers. Well covered that time on the flag route by Brett Robinson. 2nd
and 10, Kanoki looking to throw. He's going to roll out of the pocket right again this time. He has heat, airs it up downfield. The out route to the sideline again intended for Paul Johnstone. Tipped out of bounds. Good defensive pressure as Brett Robinson, a young man coming here to Montana Tech to play football, is the first out to give him a little shove.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of looks here early. He had the big hit a couple plays ago and doing a nice job downfield in coverage on Paul Johnstone 2 plays in a row.
The Johnstones, both Cade and Paul, are going to the University of Montana to run track. Actually, I should say 4 track. I think they're both throwers, if I remember right.
Well, at least one of them, I think they ran the 400 and 800 too. Okay. I saw their names. I can't tell you who just ran which. But
and we're going to get a flag here on the near side linesman.
Dead ball. Ball start. Number 71 offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down and 15.
And this one will bring up 3rd down and 15 for the Red, deep in their own territory, back at the 13-yard line.
Good pass protection on that last pass play by this Red offensive front.
Kanoki sends a guy wide right. That's Nathan Weber. And Kanoki looking to throw. Rolls out of the pocket right, looking for Weber. He has him downfield. Weber is out there, overthrown, incomplete. Weber was across midfield, and he had his man beat deep, but the ball just kind of sailed out there on him.
Weber slowed down a little bit on him. You know, you get 30, 35, 40 yards downfield. I mean, in college, it's one thing. Certainly in high school, you start to wonder, but Kanoki, good arm strength that time, rolling to his right, getting the ball downfield. And Weber just, he didn't give up as the ball was in the air. He gave up a little bit before it was released.
So the punting unit comes in here for the Red All-Stars. Weber is a wrestler going to Northern to represent his family, who is an insane amount of wrestlers.
How about that? How many boys are there? 5? Or I was trying to count them all and keep them all straight in the article I read.
And I'm not sure I know, to be honest, without guessing. And you've got, I think, 2 wrestlers at Northern. One is side. The punt goes off the side of the foot, and Blue will take over with great field position at the 20-yard line of the Red All-Stars. So Blue leading 8-0. They'll come out for their second offensive possession. Run of the offense is Tanner Wood once again. He'll spin off tackle left, and he'll get stacked up after a gain of 1.
Good job breaking down that time. Tanner Wood, real quick, I mean, after the long touchdown run to start this game, but you can see he's real fleet of foot, changes directions real good. And that time, B.J. Inion out of circle, a 5'9", 160-pounder, stayed squared up on him and got him wrapped up and let his teammates come finish the deal.
Tanner heading across the border to Dickinson State to play football. He'll hand it off guard right across the 15 down to the 13. Nice run that time, just on a straight dive up the gut in that eye. And that's a nice run, and with the ball that time was Goche. So Ryland Goche out of Park City gets the carry, and he'll get a nice gain of about 7. Bring up 3rd down and 2 here for the Blue. 3rd down and 2. Blitz is coming. In trouble. Wood stepping up. He's going to escape. He's across the 10 down to the 8. He's going to get first down yardage. Boy, it looked as though the defensive ends were going to pinch in and get Wood, and he escaped right up the middle. On 3rd and 2, he'll get 4, and that'll bring up 1st and goal for the Blue All-Stars. They lead 8-0 with a lot of time left here in the first quarter. 11:40 left to play, quarter 1. 1st and goal from the 8. Wood out of the shotgun. That's Tanner Wood. 2 receivers to his left. Fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself. Bounces off one defender. Reverses field. Turns it upfield. Inside the 5. Dives for the pylon, but there's flags everywhere. And this one is coming back, I would assume, as he reversed field. He had 1 blocker, and I'm guessing he's going to be called to the hold.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to get a hold out there on the perimeter. One of his, I think, receivers on the play came back, and as he changed direction, recorded a tackle on the play when you're not supposed to record a tackle.
On the wrong side of the ball. Tanner Wood, Corbin Wood, both in the backfield. Man in motion, right to left, is going to be Woodhall. And going out right side, brilliant move out on the edge into the end zone is going to be Corbin Wood, and Corbin Wood will get into the end zone for the Blue All-Stars. So both the Woods with a touchdown as Corbin Wood gets it in right side, and the Blue squad goes up 14-0.
Nice job by Tanner that time. That's your sprint option off the right side, and Tanner just attacks. He attacks out of the backfield, downhill at the defensive end, and forced him to commit. He committed the quarterback. Tanner got the ball pitched to his old brother, and he did the rest. Nobody out there to make the tackle, and Corbin just skirts into the end zone.
So that will bring in the two-point conversion unit. They'll weigh it up heavy to the right side. They have a tackle right, the receiver split out right, handoff up the middle, play action. They'll rifle it to the back of the end zone, and that is good for a two-point conversion. Nice throw that time in at quarterback was Colton Grange out of Flint Creek. Colton Grange coming here to Montana Tech to play ball, and he rifled it to the back of the end zone, and the two-point conversion is good for the Blue All-Stars.
Yeah, they had twin tights there, and they just circled Corbin Wood off the strong side, the heavy side, to the back of the end zone, and Grange he got pulled up on his rollout, peeled back and found his tight end crossing the back of the end zone.
16-0 here in the 35th annual Bob Cleverley 8-man All-Star Classic here in Butte.
Trust me, they're going to be on their best behavior. Just a little R&R, come get to play football, not have to get up at the crack of dawn and work all day. It's a treat, I'm sure, for them to get away to play a little football.
End over end kick drifting right, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the kickoff goes out of bounds, so the red team should get good field possession out of this. Jonathan Moore will be a quarterback here for the Red All-Stars this time through. Moore out of Shoto, I formation, hands it off to his deep back, and there's just nothing there. Nice job by the Blue defensive front that time as they really clog up the gaps that time. Brady Freiberger out of Charlotte was there. You have Caden Kirby out of Joliet down in the trenches as well. And it looked like Austin Grove as well out of the Tri-Cities. There to make the stop. That three-man front is awful big for the Blue right now.
Yeah, Freiberger, not only big, but really active, getting across the line of scrimmage and making a wreck in the backfield.
Second down and basically 10. Deep pitch to the right side, turning it upfield across the 30, 35, out to the 40. Nice run that time with the ball is Riley Linder out of Scobie. So Linder, 5'10", 205 out of Scobie. We'll see where they mark him on the sidelines. They'll stay out of bounds at the 35. So, again, we're playing on a full-length field, full 100 yards, but they have taped off the sidelines, so an actual narrow field for the 8-man game. And he must have stepped on that tape on that far side. From our angle, it looked like he had first down yardage.
Yeah, simple toss sweep to the boundary and able to get the edge.
3rd and 5, they'll run counter back the other way, and he has run room. Across the 40, out to the 43-yard line. First down yardage once again for Linder.
Coach Stanton, hard at work out there. I tell you what, he's done a really good job there.
Yeah, we saw that a year ago, that you knew it was going to change quickly.
Full disclosure, we took our fair share at shots at Dickinson when they were in the Frontier Conference, but they've turned the tide over there. They've really started to plant the seeds of a successful program.
1st and 10 from the 43, deep pitch to Moore. They'll run it out to the edge again. He's across the 45, out to the 48-yard line. Nice upper body tackle that time, as it looked like he only had one man to beat, and grabbing him around the shoulder pads was Brady Freiberger again out of Charlotte.
Yeah, that's toss right, toss left, toss right. 3 plays in a row. They're really taking advantage of Linder's running ability and their blocking ability to secure the edge and for him to turn the corner.
2nd down and 7. Maybe 6 here for the Red All-Stars at the 47-yard line. I formation once again under center. Handoff, no play action, looking to throw downfield is Moore. Moore rifles it, he has a man, and that one is over the head and incomplete of Yerbich. Dylan Yerbich out of circle, the intended target. He turned around and again kind of stood up a little bit as he was running downfield, and that one sailed over his fingertips.
Yeah, just misjudged the ball a little bit. He turned, he had a few steps on his defender, and looking over his right shoulder and just kind of slowed down. Thought the ball was maybe going to be slightly underthrown, slowed down, and over his head it went.
As we take a look here, once again running the quarterback is Jonathan Moore out of Shoto. Coach Hollowell gave me a story about this young man the other day. I'll pass it along here on 3rd down and 6. Split backs out of the shotgun this time for Moore. Moore fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself. Turns it upfield. A great job getting away from one. He's out across midfield, and that's first down yardage to the Blue 46-yard line as he broke a tackle in the backfield and gets first down yardage.
Yeah, and Caden Kirby is mad at himself that he made a great play out of nose tackle there. Crossed the center's face, got in the backfield, and got those big paws on the quarterback. and just unable to, get a grip of anything and slid off him, gave up the first down.
They'll stay in that power I with a tackle on each side, handoff to the tailback who got tripped up. He and Moore's feet collided, and he'll dive forward for a very slight gain as Linder with the carry there.
That's why the quarterback has to be bent at the hip when they make that exchange in the backfield. It's not necessarily about being an athlete back there, bending the knees, bending at the hip, but you got to create a little space so that doesn't happen. He's standing straight up when he handed the ball to Linder that time, and their feet got crossed up.
2nd down and 9 here for the Red All-Stars. Moore again wearing number 83, playing quarterback. Moore dropping back, looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's hit in the backfield. He leans forward. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. As great pressure that time, he's able to escape a little bit and not get sacked. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Red All-Stars.
Moore made the right decision there. Hard pressure off the edge that time, and what resulted was a sack, a true nose tackle sack. The quarterback steps up, tries to escape. Nose tackle just keeps his offensive lineman in front of him, uses his hands, and waits for that quarterback to escape. And that time, Caden Kirby didn't lose grip of Moore and was able to drag him down.
3rd down and 9 here for the Red All-Stars. Trips receivers right. Empty backfield. They're going to run receiver screen out to the edge. And nice tackle out on the far side. They got the ball to Linder, and Linder was unable to get really anything out there on the edge as Corbin Wood defensively was there for the Blue All-Star.
Yeah, there you go. There's a great example of when you grease something up on a grease board in the office and it looks like it works. But you forget that you've got a one-on-one block out there, your receiver against Corbin Wood. That doesn't necessarily always work, It's something that looks great on paper until you have to execute it.
They're throwing back. Actually, they set up the punt, and they'll throw it downfield. Pass complete, good for 1st down yardage, a gain of 13. Back there looking to punt was Kanoki. He airs it downfield to Linder, and Linder gets 1st down yardage for the Red All-Star.
Perfect play that time. I think the fake was on, but they bounced the ball back to the punter, so it almost looked like a true fire situation. And Kanoki rolled to his right. Linder got down a yard past the 1st down stick, squared it out, and Kanoki caught him in stride.
1st down and 10 for the Red All-Stars as they're knocking on the door. The blue 34-yard line, I formation once again for Moore. Moore, play action. He's in trouble. Moore cuts back to his left. Now he's going to run with it. Moore inside the 30, 25, 20. Moore had a block. Nice cut inside the 10, 5 out of bounds inside the 5. Great spring block at about the 15-yard line. As downfield, and I think getting the block for him was Dakota Daly out of Shoto. Way downfield, sprung him with a huge block, and that's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 5 for the Red All-Star.
Great play by Moore. He is dead to rights in the backfield there and was able to escape up the middle and then change direction and turn the corner, get down the sideline. Looked like he might have a chance to get into the end zone, but what a great athletic play by Jonathan Moore. 1st and goal from the 5. Hand off to the tailback. Straight ahead and down near the goal line, but it looks like just shy as Riley Linder out of Scobie. Nice job by the right side of that offensive front. It looks like they're going to get back to doing what they did early in the football game here. Between the guards, between the tackles, just a little eye football isolation with, Riley Linder at tailback.
Moore under center, I formation again. The power with tackles on each side, and Linder gets it. He hit hammered. Ball came out, and I think the Blue have it. And that is the case. Ball got popped out as Linder was trying to get across the plane. Ball came out, and the turnover will go to the Blue All-Stars. They get a fumble at the 1-yard line. So after a fantastic drive by the Red All-Stars, they come away with no points. 6:38 left to play here in the first quarter. The Blue All-Stars get the ball back, leading 16-0.
I think that was Caden Kirby, the nose tackle, that got in there and met him head-to-head. The ball came out, and I could have been Tyson Pettigrew out of Charlotte. Got on that football down there near the goal line, but tough break for the Red team. Making a few huge plays in that series and coming up with nothing.
One back, one wing to the right side. Deep pitch is going to go out on the edge of Tanner Wood. Wood out of the tailback across the 10 to the 15-yard line. As Colton Grange gave him the pitch to the wing, that's going to be 1st down yardage and a gain of 13 for the Blue All-Star.
A little lip service being delivered that time by the Red team. Nathan Weber came up and made the hit and let Wood know about it when he got up. Yeah, it's funny. These guys have all spent the week together, and now it's time to strap it up and go head-to-head. Yeah, there's probably a little emotion that has built up over the week. So, yeah, that's always good to see.
First down and 10 after a nice run that time by Tanner Wood. The pitch to the wing. They'll stay in a one-back formation with a wing right. Hand off to the tailback. Bouncing right again is Wood. Wood across the 25, down the sidelines. That's Tanner Wood out near the 30-yard line. And again, nice run, 10-plus yards. They'll give him 13 on the carry and another first down for the Blue All-Star.
Those Wood boys got great speed on them, great lateral movement, accelerating through the hole. But just subtle adjustments they make side to side, just good footwork. They don't get too wide, feet shoulder width apart, able to move laterally really well. Tanner Wood's a headache in the open field, no doubt about that.
First down and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Blue. Actually, they're going to stay at the 29-yard line, One back out of the shotgun. And dropping back, looking to throw, rolling right with it. Yeah, looking downfield, airing it up, southpaw down, and that one's going to fall incomplete as Will Mestith Jr. rolled out of the pocket to his left. He's a southpaw, aired it up. And we're going to get a flag downfield. I see the flag on the field. I didn't see it come out.
I don't know what they're going to call, but it looked like offensive pass interference to me. It looked like Sawyer Connerton out of the Tri-Cities. He was, there you go. He was past his defender, and he stopped and collided with him to try and create separation. He already had the separation. And, they're going to get him for offensive pass interference.
He got a $1,500 scholarship. Toby Odom received a tremendous honor last night at the banquet. Mestith Jr. keeping it himself. Looked like he was in trouble. He's across the 15, cuts back 20, cuts back again. He reverses field to the 25, still on his feet out to the 29.
He's as exciting on the football field as he is the basketball court. What a great play that time. Mestith, he had nothing in the backfield. Was able to put a move on the defensive end as he tried to circle the left side, got inside, got upfield, made a couple other moves, crossed the field. Yeah, but Will Mestith, exciting in action. He throws the ball. I was watching him warm up. He's got a nice release. Throws a really good, firm football. Yeah, I'm excited to watch him play a little quarterback today.
Of course, out of our league, 5'10", $175, Mestith Jr. One of the kingpins in the great suicide prevention video that the Arlee boys put out. Second down and 9. Handoff to the tailback, bouncing right. Great blocking out in front across the 40 to the 41. So another first down run out on the left side this time. And that one is going to be first down yardage as Sawyer Connerton out of the Tri-Cities will roll it out, and that's going to move the chains for the Blue All-Stars once again.
Can you help me out? What's the Tri-Cities? Do you know?
No. I wish I did. I believe I was told last night, honestly, and you know my Polish memory as well as anybody.
I feel terrible for not getting that information, but, Connerton making a couple plays here early. It'd be interesting to see which one of the Tri-Cities he's from.
First down and 9, we're going to find out. First and 10, handoff right side. Nice tackle that time. Bouncing left with the ball was Corbin Wood. And Wood was tackled nicely out in the open.
This defensive front for the red team is big. I mean, they got a thick bunch, led by nose tackle, looks like Lex Heberly out of Forsyth. And then on the end here we have Kyle Schillinger, no stranger to that name, stranger to football. 6'3", 240 pounds on the left end.
Second down at 6 here. Mestith's ball went by him. He picks it up on a single hop. He's in trouble. Mestith is going to be sacked, and we'll see where they mark him down. Mestith hauled all the way back to the 25, but they'll call him dead at the 29, and that's a big-time loss, a loss of 17 as the snap went by him. He single-hopped it, and there was tremendous pressure from the right side of that defensive front for the Red All-Stars, as one of the first back there was Mickey Bidwell out of Forsyth.
Yeah, Bidwell, the one I hadn't mentioned yet, at 5'8", 215 pounds, getting upfield at Mestith. Well, he was a step slow trying to gather that football as it was bounced to him. Did what he could to make a play, but that time Bidwell not given an inch.
3rd and 21 for the Blue All-Stars. Trips receivers right. Tackle left, and empty backfield here for Mestith Jr. Looking to his right the whole way with those 3 receivers. He's going to try and escape up the middle. He's hit. He'll pick up 3 positive yards as he gets hit by that defensive front. You talked about him throughout this series. Nice job. The one who got a hand on him was Bidwell, and then he was wrapped up by Schillinger out of circle.
Yeah, that's a tough one. 3rd and, almost 20 yards. Looks like 17, 18 yards, and Mestith just never got back there and got comfortable enough. Just a 3-man rush. A lot of guys in coverage didn't see what he liked early and tried to escape.
4th down and 17. The punting unit is in for the Blue, and a great punt. Tight spiral, ends down, and fair catch called for. Bounces out. Blue gets on. Hit the return man in the numbers. Bounced off the chest of Dylan Yerbich out of circle. And the bullet gets down there and gets that football. Is getting on top of it is Caleb Garrison out of Twin Bridges. Garrison, 5'8", $170, playing the bullet, gets that ball. The Blue All-Stars will get it back. Garrison is joining the Navy when he gets out of this football game. 1st down and 10 here for the Blue All-Stars as they have the ball at the red 28-yard line. Another big turnover here. One back at home, play action, looking to throw. Looking left with it is Colton Grange. Grange airs it up. That one's going to fall incomplete.
Good ball that time. Just a shallow post beyond the linebackers. That time looking for Brett Robinson, and pretty well thrown ball. Robinson unable in traffic to bring that ball in, but a nice looking drop, set, and throw that time by Grange.
Robinson out of Joliet brings up 2nd down and 10 here for the Blue All-Stars. First quarter, 2:56 left to play in quarter number 1. Blue All-Stars up 16-0. One back, one receiver each way. 3-man defense in front for the Red, and we're going to get a flag, handoff, and play action, I should say. Keeping the ball himself was Colton Grange. 2nd down and 15. Penalty against the Blue. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Empty backfield here for Grange. He'll air it up right side. Pass is tipped. It's going to fall incomplete. Bring up 3rd down and 15 now for the Blue All-Stars. So 3rd down and 15 here for the Blue All-Stars. Colton Grange, out of Flint Creek. 5'11", $180 at quarterback. One back and home, lined up in the pistol, a step back and a step to the right of Grange. And they're going to run option. Pitch quickly to the edge, across the 30, down to the 29. Great tackle on the side, is with the ball that time with Toby Odom out of Charlotte.
Tyler Stevens beating him at the sideline and laying the hat. That option's a little easier to react to, especially in an all-star game once you've seen it once. And who knows what goes on over here. Both teams practice in Butte. But, I think they're real respectful, and they don't spy on each other and what each other's going to run. The first time they ran option, of course, was the touchdown to Corbin Walker. But that time, after seeing it, they were able to make the stop. 4th and 11, 4 receiver spread. Grange has all day to throw. Airs it up left side. Downfield, inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown Blue as Brett Robinson gets the rock. That's a great pass by Grange. Robinson reels it in, and the Blue at 29, it is a 29-yard strike on 4th and 11. Goes up 22-0. Good for Brett Robinson, too, because, they had him on the short post, and he was unable to bring that ball in. Then they tried a little square in later in that drive, and that ball went off his hands. It would have been a tough catch, but, you could see he was visibly frustrated, and that time they get him on the deep post route and raked in a tough catch and got sprawled out over the goal line.
2-point conversion attempt here for the Blue, and the direct snap. Grange turns the corner, turns it up, and he'll get in for 2. So Colton Grange out of Flint Creek. The Titans gets in for 2, and the Blue goes up 24-0 as we're here in the first quarter. 2 minutes left to play here in the opening quarter as we're here at the Bob Cleverley 8-Man All-Star Classic in Butte, America. And we're going to get another Bob Cleverley rule here in effect. And we'll see what the Red does with this offensive possession as the kickoff goes through the back of the end zone. Another one of the all-star rules here in the Clev is a 20-point rule. So if the Red goes down, say they kick a field goal, they come up 21 points, it'd be 24-3, so they'd be 21 points down. If that margin is 20 or over, then they'd get the ball back. So then the Red, if the Red goes down, kicks a field goal, they would get the ball back if they trail by 20 is one of the all-star rules. So here we go as Keegan Stroop out of Belts is going to be our quarterback this time through. Stroop heading up north to Havre. He'll play at MSU Northern. And we did find out, ladies and gentlemen, the Tri-Cities are Hobson, Moore, and Judith Gap. Hobson, Moore, Judith Gap. That comes from John Thatcher, I believe, who has restraining orders in all 3 of those cities.
Of course he does. And I've been to all 3 cities.
1st and 10. And the snap, quarterback keeper, as Keegan Stroop turns it off tackle right. He's out near the 25-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 4 on 1st down. Bring up 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6. 1 back, 2 receivers left here for the Red All-Stars. They represent the north and the east of our state. And out of the shotgun is Stroop. Stroop hands it off to his tailback, trying to bounce it right across the 25 to the 26. It looked like Riley Linder with a carry.
Linder, and just met in open space that time. Corbin Walker coming up off the left edge that time, squaring him up getting into his thighs and dropping him.
Actually, it was Landon Taylor with the carry. Taylor, number 30 out of Fort Benton, 5'9", $165 with a carry. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 here for the Red All-Stars. Again, Keegan Stroop at quarterback this time through, as he'll keep one back with him, one receiver on each side. The Red All-Stars trailing, and the defensive end comes about 5 yards into the backfield.
First down.
Nearest I can figure, official Terry Faulkner gave him 6 on that offside.
It's kind of what it looked like from here. 1st and 10. A nice move up the middle that time by the quarterback as Keegan Stroop. He wanted to run option, and there was so much quick pressure in the backfield. He turned it up, got a yard, but there's flags everywhere.
And that, folks, is a nose tackle. Number 62, Lars, is it Missy? Micey? Out of Harlowtown, 5'9", 285-pounder. Now that's how you build a nose tackle.
Yeah, he broke through in a big way.
Nice play that time.
And that one is going to be a 15-yard penalty, so we must have gotten a face mask up high. 1st down and 10.
And why wouldn't it be? It only rained for 30 straight days.
2 receivers right, 1 back at home. Quarterback, play action. He's going to keep it himself, tries to reverse field, and he is shut down. Boy, we have seen some marvelous tackling here on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah, and Scoop's got nowhere to go. He makes, a couple plays in a row, he's made a great read on the read zone in the backfield that time. And as he's pulling the ball out, I mean, it's almost, looking at it, it's almost like the Blues playing 11 on defense versus 8 on the offensive end. There's blue jerseys everywhere. Stroop's kind of scratching his head, but he made a great read and a great ball fake in the backfield on that zone read.
We have 15 minutes in the books, and so far, all blue. They're up 24-0 over the Red All-Stars here on the Northern Sports Network. We'll take a break. Second quarter up after this. 1 minute timeout. This is a known fact around the state, Askey.
Best song ever made.
Red All-Stars with the ball as Stroop turns it around off tackle left. He's across midfield out to the 45-yard line of the blue, and he's going to be awful close to 1st down yardage on 3rd and 9.
Still, they've got the athletes to kind of grind it out here and create 1st downs, and then take a look at your play action stuff.
Actually, 3rd and 5. They didn't roll the number. My apologies. Stroop calls for a block. He's across the 45-40, and he'll be hauled down to the 38-yard line. That's 1st down yardage here for the Red All-Stars. So Keegan Stroop out of Belt, playing football at MSU Northern next year. He gets 1st down yardage for the boys in red here.
Yeah, and that's all you're looking for if you're Coach Hollowell and his staff. Just move the chains, get another set of downs, get it down near the goal line, and complete the touchdown this time rather than cough it up on the 2-yard line.
1st down and 10 for the Red All-Stars, looking for their first points. Again, their last drive was a great drive, just got stalled on the 1-yard line with a fumble. 1 back, 1 receiver each way here for Stroop. Stroop, play action, keeps it himself, cuts back to his left. Hand was up high. I think we're going to get another face mask as Stroop tried to make his move. I believe Josh Seabrook out of Park City didn't get a ton of hang on his grill, but I think he got him enough to move his head around a little bit, and that's going to be our call.
Stroop likes to carry the football because, as much as I was singing his praises for the great read he made before the quarter break there on the zone read, that time the ball should have been given. And, Stroop pulled it out of his running back's belly, and the blue team had 2 bodies standing right in front of him. Bailed out by a face mask here, or was it a face mask?
It was a face mask.
Oh, they got the 1st down change. They just haven't moved the markers.
So up to the line of scrimmage, split back. And out of the shotgun is Stroop. Stroop hands it off and busting left across the 30 down near the 26-yard line with carry that time is Landon Taylor out of Fort Benton.
Same read he had last time, and that time the ball was given and Taylor was able to get down just across the 25-yard line, I believe, and a new setup down.
They'll mark him down
27-yard line.
The 27. So that'll bring up a fresh set of downs here for the Red All-Stars. So again, a nice drive, just kind of grinding away. And we'll see if they can get points out of it here.
Never apologize for getting it 4 and 5 and 6 yards at a time. It really sucks the will out of your defenders.
Stroop dropping back, has all day to throw, airs it up right side. That one's going to be overthrown, and actually the defender the closest to it by the time it hit the turf. Defensively out there was Rhett Woodhall out of DGS.
Yeah, Woodhall's really good position. He was on his opponent's upfield shoulder, and you're right there. He was the first one to the football in great position.
Yeah, he had an eye on that football from the minute it was let go. He was really good ball hawk skills by that young man. Remember, these guys are used to playing every single down for their respective teams. Play action and keeping it, trying to clear the edge again is Stroop, and Stroop not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Two guys get out there and meet him, and Stroop really had nowhere to go as Caleb Garrison was out there, and also was Corbin Wood once again.
Yeah, Wood and Garrison, the blue team real sound in nose tackle right now.
3rd down and 10 here for the Red All-Stars. Split back, and the handoff going to go off right across the 25 down near the 22-yard line. And again, a nice chunk. That's going to be a gain of 4, nearly 5 yards, as with the carry was Landon Taylor.
Good chunk, and you could see with the call of that play, clearly going for it here on 4th down, knowing they needed 2 plays to make about 10 yards.
One back, 2 receivers to the left-hand side, wide left for Stroop. Stroop drops back, looking left. Now checks it off, looking across the middle. He's going to run. He has a lane. Stroop, 20. And he's out near the 16-yard line. Stroop holds the football like Walter Payton used to. I mean, he's holding it out there away from his body like a loaf of bread. I mean, it's way out away from him. And he leans out and gets what should be 1st down yardage here for the Red All-Star.
I think he got a yard more than he needed. Didn't try and circle out wide on the outside the defensive end. Found a seam on the inside of that rush and was able to expose.
12:05 left to play here in the first half. Stroop hands it off this time to his tailback, who is hit at the 15 and taken down there as Landon Taylor with the carry. Taylor was stood up and deposited on the ground right at the 15-yard line as Tanner Wood, one of the first to make contact again.
Yeah. Nice play that time. Corbin Wood in on that tackle. Too strong. That was a strong play. Just with one arm is able to flip him backwards.
2nd and 9. Stroop out of the shotgun. One back to his left. And a look option. Stroop keeps it. He's inside the 10. Cuts back at the left. He's inside the 5. Touchdown. Great run by Keegan Stroop. And the Red is on the board.
Silently, I'm sitting here telling him once he read and got inside the defensive end, I'm silently yelling, pitch the ball, because it was option off the left side. But he could see something down there that we couldn't see from up here. He saw a couple cutback opportunities, exposed the defense, got across the football field and into the end zone. A great play that time by Stroop.
So they'll split 2 receivers, stacked up tight to the left, and Stroop out of the shotgun. Stroop, as they're going to run a little shuffle pass up the middle, and it is cut down immediately. Nothing there at all, so the 2-point conversion no good. The Blue up 24-6 over the Red All-Stars, as we're here at the Bob Cleverley 8-Man All-Star Classic on the Northern Sports Network. So we'll see if their defense is up for it. Little squib kick to the right side, across the 30, out to the 37-yard line on the return. As one of the upbacks puts his head down and just takes off.
Yeah. 31, Brady Freiberger, 6'1", 195-pounder, picked it up. It was going to steamroll whoever he could. Dylan Yerbich, 5'9", 165-pounder, didn't back down 1 inch and flipped Freiberger head over heels.
1st and 10 for the Blue as they come out offensively. 11:07 left to play in the first half. Blue up 24-6. Split backs here this time. And out of the shotgun, Mestitz Jr., deep pitch to his tailback, spinning, in trouble. And he will be hit and hauled down. That's going to be a loss of 3. I think they'll mark his progress at the 35-yard line.
Red team's fired up, playing good football now. That offensive series got their defense some rest over there on the sideline. And now they're up on the field and ready to play some football. They're fired up.
They're going to split the field. 4 receivers, 2 on each side, only a 3-man offensive front. Your center and 2 guards. Mestitz looking left the whole way. Rifles it out to the edge across the 40 to the 42.
Just all stop routes about 5-6 yards downfield, and Mestitz gets to pick the matchup he wants, and just 3-step drop, stands and delivers.
And the 8-man game has changed an awful lot here in the last several years. 3rd down at 7. Mestitz Jr. out of the shotgun. Has time to throw. Airs it up. Hits and falls incomplete. Hit the receiver on the shoulder pads. He was looking for Tyson Pettigrew out of Charlotte. It hit his pads, jumped in the air, and it felt like it hung in the air for a long time before it fell incomplete.
That's exactly what he wanted. Pettigrew getting downfield from the wide out to the wide side of the field and just crossing the field right beyond the markers. And Mestitz threw a perfect football, and Pettigrew was unable to bring it in for the 1st down.
So 4th down and 7 here for the Blue. They line up in a punt formation. Remember, we've already seen one punt here faked today. And rolling right, And he's going to keep it. Running down the sidelines, first down yardage as across the 50-yard line. And with that is going to be Corbin Wood.
My first hint for fake would have been the fact, and I don't care if he punts all the time or not, but if Corbin Wood's back there taking the snap, I don't even know if I would have put somebody back to field to punt.
First and 10 from the blue 49-yard line. Split backs once again. Mestis Jr. in at quarterback. Three-man defensive front for the Red. Mestis has time again in the pocket. He airs it up down the left seam, and that one's going to go over the top of his receiver, incomplete, as Tyson Pettigrew had a double team on him that time. And, boy, I'm telling you, if that was a completion, that's a well-thrown football, as there were two guys all over his receiver downfield that time.
Tried to give Pettigrew a chance to redeem himself for the previous third down drop. It's just a slight overthrow by Mestis. Had a little bit of pressure in the backfield, but you know, I tell you what, especially in high school football, if you can get a couple seconds, 2.5, you know, maybe almost 3 seconds to throw the football, that's like a premium of time.
Kanoki and Martins were both out in coverage. Second down and 10. And he's going to keep it himself. Mestis Jr. across the 45-40, cuts back to the 35. Mestis Jr., nice run that time as he gets a big old stiff arm out, and he'll get first down yardage. There was no question he was keeping that from word go.
Yeah, that's his quarterback draw, and he's dropped back and thrown the ball around a little bit here. Some have been caught, some have not been caught, but he's shown the ability to put the ball on target, and all of a sudden, that second tier of that defense, your linebackers and your safeties and corners, they, you know, all of a sudden are, hey, we're trying to get that guys downfield on us, and not as much pressure at the line of scrimmage.
First down and 10. Mestis Jr. out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. He'll bounce it right. He's out across the 35, near the 30 to the 29. That's going to be a gain of nearly 6 on first down for the quarterback. So, again, both teams knocking off big chunks on first down here tonight.
You're listening to KBOW Butte.
Let's take a quick pause. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Northern Sports Network.
Checking in with the weather here in the mining city. Fair skies above, 70 degrees out, and a little bit of wind. You're listening to the Bob Cleverley 8-Man Classic here on Southwest Montana Sports Leader KBOW Butte.
Once again, 8:50 left to play in the first half as the Blue All-Stars with the ball after the timeout. Third down and 4. Rory Bird at center. He's a monster. Bird, 6'7", 260. Third down and 4. Mestis Jr. looking to his left. Airs it up. Pass is complete inside the 23. Just a quick in route. That one goes to Tanner Wood, and that's going to move the chains for the Blue All-Star.
That's 60, I believe. Tucker Walter.
Okay, my apologies.
Out of the Tri-Cities. Nice catch. A well-thrown ball. That slant route, the first one of the game. And, excuse me, Walter, that's not an easy catch. You just have to go in there amongst all the Giants looking to put their helmet right between right on your breastplate, and he made a nice catch there knowing he was going to take a pretty good hit. 3 wide, 1 back at home. Mestis Jr. hands it off, and it goes nowhere. Toby Odom got the ball, and then he was hammered. He was hit hard by James Slaughter III out of Shodo. Yeah, nice play that time by Slaughter. You know, Mestis has to have the ball there. They had quarterback accounted that time by Schillinger, so he has to hand the ball, and Slaughter's there to clean up the mess. That is a loss of 4. Brings up second down and 14 here for the Blue All-Stars at the red 28-yard line. 8:02 left to play in the first half. Blue up 24-6 as they scored quick and right out of the gate. Mestis Jr. dropping back again, has time, stands up, delivers downfield, has a man just out of reach, incomplete on the slant route to the left seam. And that one will fall incomplete, bring up 3rd and 14 for the Blue All-Star. Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get Pettigrew deep downfield, but really good coverage that time by Logan Martin, the 5'9", 160-pounder out of Forsyth. He was step for step with Pettigrew. Would have been a tough completion to make. 3rd down and 14 for the Blue. As Bird and company comes up, Bird at center. And that's a big one. If you have a center and a quarterback in an all-star situation like this, that's one headache you don't have to worry about at all. Bird to Mestis. Mestis going to keep it himself. He bounces right. He's off to the races. 20. Stiff arm at the 15. Down to the 10. Inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. I like Will. Not only did he make a great play there from quarterback, but he got inside the 10-yard line. Could have easily just stepped out of bounds, but he lowered the helmet and made the defender pay for coming up to make the hit. Boy, he has incredibly quick feet. And that's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 9 for the Blue. So Mestis stays in at quarterback. Will Mestis Jr. out of our lead, 5'10", $175.
will come up, and they'll stack up the eye. We haven't seen the eye out of the blue much after that opening series. Mestis under center. Two guys behind him, bobbles the ball. He's going to keep it as he's forced to, and he's tripped up.
That is so common, top to bottom. I mean, from junior high to high school to college to professional football. Snap after snap taken in the shotgun. The second they go under center, they mishandle the ball.
Second and goal from the 9. Actually from the 10, excuse me. Split backs for Mestis. He's looking left the whole way. Airs it up, and that one goes behind his intended target as Tyson Pettigrew was on the slant. The ball was thrown behind him. It looks like both receiver and quarterback on a different page that time. 7 minutes left to play. Mestis out of the shotgun. They're going to run 4 receivers. The slot receiver on the left buddied up to the guard. Mestis through the middle, and that one is caught in the end zone. It looked like he was going to fall well short, and able to dig down and grab that one is Tyson Pettigrew out of Charlotte, and the Blue put up 6.
Couldn't be happier for Pettigrew, after dropping that first down, that third down pass for a first down earlier in this series. Metz is coming back to him on the skinny post out of 4 wide. He was just out of the inside slot, made a good move on his defender, got on that inside shoulder, and I like where Metz has put that ball. He put it low just over the goal line, and where Pettigrew was the only one that could go down after. He made a great catch.
6:55 left to play here in the first half, 30-6. The Blue All-Stars with the lead. They'll go for 2. Mestis out the shotgun, looking left. Rifle pass is batted down. Getting a hand on that one as looks as though, was that Nathan Weber that time who got a hand up on it? So that 2-point conversion is no good. And with that, the Blue All-Stars lead by 24, 30-6 over the Red All-Stars. We'll go ahead and keep it here as the Red All-Stars will get the ball back. The Blue has been, we've actually seen them change even mid-series at times with their different quarterbacks. High end over end kick. Return will start at the 5-yard line. The return coming to the right. Across the 10, cut back at the 15, across the 20 to the 21.
I'm really impressed with the scheming, the developed offense in a week of football practice that both these coaches have put together.
They come in, obviously great athletes, but they've got a great head on their shoulders as well. Full spread in at quarterback is going to be Kanoki. He pulls it back, looks like he wants to throw the deep ball and takes off. Quarterback keeper on the draw. That's going to be a pickup of 4 on first down. So that's going to bring up second down and 6, nearly 7 here for the Red All-Stars. So again, Caleb Kanoki out of Forsyth.
Good job defensively. I think that is Schick that came in and made that play. George Schick, he's on his way to Montana Tech, I believe, to walk on the football team. So that's good. The Arley Warrior coming to Montana Tech, getting used to his new home.
Second and 7, and a handoff up the middle. A lot of running room across the 30 out to the 30-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of 10, and that will move the chains here for the Red All-Stars. As a quick shot right up the middle is Nathan Weber out of Forsyth with the carry. He did not get touched by the defender for 8 yards downfield.
I was just going to say a really, really well-blocked play, a draw play out of the backfield by that old front of the Red team.
First down and 10 for the Red as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Once again, Kanoki has a stacked eye behind him, power eye. Hand off to his fullback this time, and it goes, almost nowhere, but staying on his feet, bouncing right across the 35 to the 36. Never say die run by Logan Martins out of Forsyth.
Yeah, Martins staying on his feet, but ultimately polished off by Brett Robinson, who's having a great football game here today. Brett Robinson, the 6'2", 180-pounder out of Joliet. But he's been in on a ton of plays, both offensively and defensively, and that time just coming up and laying the wood on Weber.
Boy, this was the Doggies' M.O. all year, boy. You stack up that eye, you've got Kanoki, Martins, and Weber, and then you look at the deep ball to Johnstone as you lull him to sleep. They're going to run end around to Johnstone. This is Paul with it. Paul across the 40 to the 43.
Yeah, and that's Robinson again out there taking a good angle. The play, it looked like it was going to go for first down yardage, but Robinson setting the angle and getting into the legs of Johnstone, for about a 7-yard gain, but it certainly looked like it might go for 10 or 15.
Third down and 3 here for the Red All-Stars. Under 5 minutes left to play in the first half. The Blue up 30-6. The 35th annual Bob Cleverley 8-Man All-Star Classic.
What's Robinson doing next year, do you know?
Robinson is going to be in Oregon.
Oh, okay. That's good news. Following the great... who's my man?
High formation rolling right is Kanoki looking downfield as he aired it up and a monster hits, and we're going to get flags aplenty. He was looking downfield for Logan Martins on the sideline. There was a monster hit, but I think it was before the football got there.
Following Brock Beatty. My God,
there you go.
Your diggers. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, and that's Robinson getting there maybe a step too soon. I don't know if I would have made that call.
First down and 10, Red to the blue 43-yard line. The Red looking to get more points on the board. They'll stack up the I formation. Once again, Kanoki under center. Play action to his fullback, hands it off to his tailback. That's going to be a gain of 3 as Weber, the second through the hole. He'll pick up a couple.
Getting in there into the legs, making a nice hit there at the line of scrimmage is Colton Grange. Playing a little quarterback, playing a little linebacker. You got to love it.
I'd love the 8-man game. I think that has to be the hardest thing for these guys to adjust to is sitting out plays. I mean, these guys are used to playing everything from offense, defense, special teams, and all aspects. It has to be horrible for them to stand on the sideline. They'll run screen to the right side. Johnstone with it. That's Paul Johnstone across the 40 to the 37-yard line, a gain of 4. You can't be happier for Coach Cutler to win that state title. You look at his amazing career and the speed bumps his family has gone through and they have battled to an incredible degree. Red going to double pass. Left side wide open with the pass. B.J. Inion as down the field is Kanoki, and Kanoki's going to get in.
That's the old throwback to the quarterback off the toss sweep.
They swing it out to Logan Martins. Martins goes back to Kanoki, and Kanoki gets in for 6 as looks double pass down the edge on 3rd down and 5. That one's going to go from 37 yards out. And the Red put 6 on the board. 3:38 left to play in the first half. They'll go for 2. And quarterback keeping it. Kanoki gets a great block. He's inside the 5, dives for the pylon, and he's not going to get there. He'll come up short as he was cut off by Andrew Gomez out of Flint Creek. So 30-12 our score. The Blue All-Stars up over the Red with 3:38 left to play here in the first half. We're here at the Bob Green Field. 3:38 left to play here in the first half. The Blue leading 30-12. And the Red will kick off one more time. Wobbly kick inside. Return will start at the 17. Straight up the field across the 30, 35 out to the 37-yard line. As the sun sets into us here, and with the return, that looked like Andrew Gomez for the Blue All-Stars.
Rhett Woodall.
Oh, was it Woodall? Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
DGS, 5'10", 150-pounder.
And we'll see. It looks as though this time Tanner Wood is going to be... will take this snap at quarterback anyway. Tanner under center, 1 back behind him, 1 receiver each way. Tanner Wood under center, 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Hands it off. Huge streak up the middle across the 45 out to the 48-yard line is Gochi with the carry.
That's a pretty nice option when you can take your quarterback. He reverse pivots, pitches the ball in the backfield, into the backfield to his tailback, and then leads up the hole off the right side and gets a great kick-out block.
First down yardage out to the 49-yard line. Once again, Tanner Wood under center. And going right with it is Corbin Wood. Corbin off to the races. He steps on the tape. Are they going to call him out of bounds? No, they'll say he's rolling into the end zone. Touchdown, Corbin Wood. Corbin Wood out of Ennis down the right sideline, and he is in for the score as he'll go 51 yards for the touchdown. When he went down the sideline out near the 20, I thought I saw the tape warble, but there was a defender there, so maybe maybe that's what got it moving.
He was almost drugged down at the line of scrimmage. That was just a quick little trap handoff to Wood from brother Tanner just right after the snap. A great fake, that time by Tanner Wood beyond the handoff, and Corbin did the rest. He broke a couple tackles and got up the sideline.
And the Blue All-Stars up to the line of scrimmage as Tanner Wood under center once again. They'll stack up the I. Power I. Tackle on each side. He'll keep it himself. He has blockers out in front across the 5, and he'll roll over one of his own players into the end zone for 2. So the 2-point conversion is good. And the Blue All-Stars go up 38-12 over the Reds. 3:01 left to play in the first half. As the sun now almost completely off the field. The Blue getting ready to kick it off right to left on your radio dial. High end-over-end kick. The return will start inside the 5 at the 2. Red return to the right side. Across the 10, 15, cut down right at the 15-yard line. As with the return that time, Keegan Stroop out of belt.
Yeah, tried to cut back, and Woodall was there. He just flipped him up, got into his legs and thighs, and flipped him right head over tail.
Again, thanks for joining us here on this Saturday night. as the Red All-Stars come back out. One back, two receivers wide left. As out of the shotgun play action pass, Moore's offense is out. Moore going to rifle it downfield. Great throw, one-on-one, and that one's going to fall just shy. As he had one-on-one downfield as Jonathan Moore was looking for Cade Johnstone, and that one falls incomplete. As back up to the line of scrimmage come the Red All-Stars. One back at home. Two receivers right with a tackle eligible left. One back at home. Moore awaiting the snap and play action. He's going to run and keep it himself, and he's going to bounce it left. He's across the 20, 25, down to the 28-yard line. And on a busted play, Moore takes off, and he'll get 13 on the run.
That was a great play considering he never had anybody to play action or run the read zone with. He went through his steps, so he's going to grade an A on execution there come film time.
There you go. 2:24 left to play here in this first half. Red with the ball. They trail 38-12. Moore out of the shotgun. Handoff to his tailback. No quarterback keeper. He hurdles one defender, and he'll pick up 2 yards as he went high over the top of a defender. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
He jumped the defender, but unfortunately he jumped right into the arms of Cody Odom. 5'10", 180-pounder out of Charlotte. Wrapped him up and threw him to the ground.
So 1st and long from the 17. As split backs here for Moore. Split backs, Moore hands it off. No, play action, looking to throw, He rolls out of the pocket to his right, still looking downfield. Pump fake once, cuts back left, still looking downfield. Airs it up, one-on-one into coverage, and it's intercepted by the Blue. The Blue get the interception at the 48-yard line, and with the pick downfield was Tyson Pettigrew out of Charlotte.
So does Red get the ball back here?
That turnover shouldn't be the case. Blue will get the ball on the turnover. It's just on score. 1:53 left to play in the first half. The Blue get the interception as, Jonathan Moore just continued to go left and right trying to find an opening downfield. And really hats off to your offensive lineman in that scenario for no hold. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Blue. 2 receivers left, one to the right. And at quarterback is Colton Grange. Grange out of Flint Creek. And he will play for Montana Tech in football next year. One back at home. Grange drops, looking left. One-on-one downfield. Come back and a caught at the 15-yard line down to the 10.
To another ore digger, Brett Robinson.
Brett Robinson. Nice little stutter step by Robinson, and then he took off for the ball, reaches out and snags it. That's a big-time play and a big-time huge gouge that time by the Blue all the way down to the Red 11-yard line. And here comes the Blue up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the 11. One back at home, one receiver each way for Grange. Grange rolling to his right. Grange looking downfield. He's going to keep it. He's inside the 5. Grange down to the 2. So Grange will get down to the 2-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down and short here for the Blue. 1:17 left to play in the first half. 2 receivers left, one to the right. Grange out of the shotgun has one back at home. Blue leading 38-12. And Grange out of the shotgun gets the ball. And a play action. He faked the handoff, kept it himself, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a little bit more, but not much there. And they'll stack up the eye this time for the Blue. Power eye. Fullback and a tailback behind Grange, a quarterback under center. He'll hand it off to his fullback, chopped down at the 2. He handed that one off to Toby Odom, and Odom is hit at the line of scrimmage.
That's Weber just taking a gap and getting in the backfield. Got his helmet across. Who was running the ball with?
That was Toby Odom.
Oh, Toby Odom.
2 receivers right, one back at home, and Grange under center. Long snap count, handoff to his tailback. Hit. He wants to throw it into the end zone. It's bobbled and dropped. So a turnover on downs to the Red. The handoff to the tailback who tried to lob it into the end zone.
They tried the Tim Tebow jump pass.
Exactly.
The tailback is what they tried.
I'm not kidding you. That's exactly what I thought of as when he pulled the jump pass against LSU years ago. And I almost drank myself into oblivion. So the Red with the ball. Quarterback 2 yards deep out of the shotgun. They'll roll right looking to throw. They'll drop it off underneath. That one's going to fall incomplete. As rolling right, looking to throw that time with Keegan Stroop out of Belt. Stroop will go to Havre and play for MSU Northern in the coming years of football. That stops the clock with 36.6 seconds remaining here in the first half. 2nd down and 10. And 2 receivers to the right side. One almost set up as a wing. Stroop Drops straight back, now flush to his right. Stroop looking downfield. He's in the end zone. He's going to be forced to run. Stiff arm. He jumps out of bounds at the 3. He'll gain a yard, stop the clock with 28.4 seconds left to play here in the first half.
Good job by Trey Oswald getting out of coverage and forcing Stroop out of bounds there early.
Bird.
I bet you Coach Corgi loved him, huh?
He's a well put together human, man. He helped me out big time last night, auctioning off one of the helmets. 3rd down and 9. Stopping back, Stroop lobs it off, and boy, he was forced to pick that up off the ground. It like popped to him, and when he threw it, it nose downed on him real hard. He tried to throw the spiral, and the nose dropped on him. It'll fall incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down here for the boys in red. And it looks like they'll bring the punting unit in here with 23.7 seconds left in the first half.
And so what happens here now? They'll punt the ball, but then they get the ball back, right?
Nope, they should. It should only on score.
Oh, did you already tell me that?
I did once.
Okay. Just one? Oh, that's good.
Kick across the 35 to the 37.
They requested a free kick.
Okay. So that will be the case. So they requested a free kick. So they'll kick it back to the red from the 37-yard line. So the red will get the football back with 18.6 seconds left to play in the first half.
Can they onside this?
I would assume.
Just a little less.
Boy, that would get under your skin, wouldn't it?
This is like me trying to watch hockey. I have no idea what's going on.
So Blue asked for a free kick, so they'll kick it back rather than just take a knee and send it into halftime. The kick is up, and it is wide left. He pulled it left. So Red will take over here as the kick from the 37-yard line pulls left. So the Red will get the ball back here with 18.6 seconds left. 38-12, the Blue with the lead, Red with the ball. They're going to set up screen. Now they're going to try to pitch back. Ball goes to the ground. Tried a little trickery. Ball comes out down to the 4-yard line. Clock running. And that will be the final snap here in the first half, or should be anyway, as the play clock will roll, and we have 1 half of play in the book. Thanks for joining us here on this Saturday night. 15-minute quarters. The Blue will kick off to the Red. And the Red offense will get the ball first here in this second half. The kick is away, end-over-end kick. And it will be the return start at the 5-yard line on the left. Across the 15, down the tape, inside the 20. Ball knocked out of the player's hands as Keegan Stroop with the return. Ball was stripped out of his hands, and Red will take over right near the 20. First and 10, Red. They'll stack up the I formation. They trail 38-12. And the first group out will be Moore. Moore with the fake pitch. He'll go out on the right side across the 25-30. He's off to the races. Moore to the 42-yard line. A gain of 22 on first down.
Just a quarterback sweep around the right side. He's got split backs in the backfield with him and got a couple lead blockers out there. And he patiently waited for him before he turned the corner. And then his athleticism took over.
Boy, that was a nice run. Really showing some stride there to get to the edge. That'll bring up first and 10 here for the Red. Red, once again, their last 3 possessions have really been nice drives. We'll see if they're able to keep that up. 2 receivers left, 1 back at home. First and 10 from the Red 41-yard line. Long snap count for Moore. Looking left as he gets the ball. Has a ton of time. 3-man pressure. Moore pump fake. He's going to run again. Spins at the 47. He's out to the 48-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 7.
Good tackle. He came up and pump faked Rhett Woodall from DGS, and as he made contact, tried to spin away so often, you'll see a tackler whiff there. But Rhett Woodall got arms right around the waist there and drug Moore to the ground, short of the first down markers. Nice play out there in open space around the right flat.
Red looking for points in this possession. Second down and 3. 2 receivers left, 1 back at home for Moore. Blue bringing 3-man pressure. Moore in the pocket. He's going to run again. He's across midfield. He's tripped up. He'll lean forward for a gain of 4. That's first down yardage. As Caden Kirby out of Joliet got a handle on him.
Yeah, Kirby tripped him up, but Moore got what he wanted out of the escape. He got out of got a little uncomfortable there in the pocket, let the escape, and was able to move those sticks and get a new set of downs.
They'll split to the right side of the formation. Moore out of the shotgun. 1 back, 2 receivers right, and tackle that is eligible on the left. Out of the shotgun, Moore, 3-step drop, pump fake, now moves to his left, has all day to throw, airs it up, looking downfield, and that one will fall incomplete, looking for Cade Johnstone. 12:57 left to play here in the third, 1 back, One receiver each way. Now the receiver on the right and the tailback will change places. So one receiver each way, one back at home. Moore will hand it off to his running back, bouncing right. Across the original line of scrimmage, dances up the line of scrimmage, up the sideline, I should say, near the 40 of Blue. That should be a gain of 5, maybe 6, as Riley Linder out of Scobie with a carry. 3rd down and 5 officially here for the Red. As he stepped out of bounds before he got down near that first down marker. Moore out of the shotgun. Moore hands it off to his tailback and just pounding it straight ahead. There's going to be very close to first down yardage, but I think it might be just a bit shy as Riley Linder was chopped down just in front of the first down marker.
You're going to have about a foot here. 4th down, no doubt, going to go for it. It'd be interesting to see the play call.
And 1. I formation here for the Red All-Stars. Jonathan Moore under center, 2 backs behind him, fullback and a tailback. Moore will keep it himself, tries to bounce it left, turns it upfield, and he gets a good spot, and it looks like he should have first down yardage.
Tried to get out around the left side, but Will Metzeth, playing a little outside linebacker here, contained the play and forced him and made a really good tackle there as Moore tried to escape up the middle, but Moore is able to stretch out and lunge and get that ball over the first down markers, but a nice play defensively by Metzeth.
First down and 10 here for the Red. Fresh set of downs at the Blue 37-yard line. 1 back, 2 receivers right. Out of the shotgun. Hand off to the tailback and makes contact with his left guard and is tripped up. Riley Linder will lose himself a yard as there was no running room going left that time at all.
Slowed down, he ran into his lead blocker, slowed down, and then Metzeth was there to make the tackle again.
And both coaches completely agreed that a good outside linebacker in the 8-man game is good of an overall player as you're going to find in the entire state. Out on the left side, and not much there as the handoff went to Linder again. Linder tried to vault, came down on his knee at the 35-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 2 and bring up a long 3rd down here for the Red All-Star.
Yeah, that time Austin Grove getting out of his 3-point stance on the top end. I think he was the left defensive end, but traced that line of scrimmage, all the way down to the opposite side, the left side, and was able to make the tackle.
3rd down and 8. I formation once again for Moore. Ball at the Blue 35-yard line. Moore, play action, rolls right, looking to throw back into double coverage, and a busted play as he was looking downfield for Cade Johnstone. Johnstone put on the brakes and kind of did an L route, drag route through the center at about the 15-yard line, and the ball sailed over his head and towards the end zone.
Yeah, he bootlegged out of there and looked to throw back. He had Johnstone on the flag route or the corner route, but Johnstone broke that off and tried to get into the middle of the field just to cross up of communication.
Well defended as well. Corner and safety help out there on Johnstone. So 4th down and 8 here for the Red, and the offense stays on the field. 1 receiver each way, 1 back. Moore, 3-step drop, pump fake. Blitz is coming. Moore is in trouble, and he's going down back at the 48-yard line. Getting to him is George Schick. Schick will get the sack, and that's going to be a turnover on downs to the Blue All-Star.
Schick got into him and wasn't letting him go. Got a good initial contact and then got his paw just right on the breastplate of Moore, got a hold of Jersey and drug him to the ground with one hand. A real athletic defensive play by George Schick.
First down and 10, Blue off the turnover. Ball at their 46-yard line, I formation. And the deep pitch, trying to find some running room upfield, back to the line of scrimmage, and maybe an additional yard that time for Rhett Woodhall. Woodhall out of DGS at quarterback was Tanner Wood.
Oh.
Coming off the field for the Red, is that Nathan Weber?
Nathan Weber's got that familiar arm drug down the front of his body, which lets you believe that he dinged his shoulder up probably pretty good, his right shoulder. So we'll get trainers on the sidelines to take a look at that.
Hopefully he's going to be all right. We mentioned that young man going to Northern to wrestle from an incredible wrestling family. 2nd down and 8, and an option look. Wood's going to keep it himself. Tanner tried to cut it back to his right. He's across midfield. That's going to be a gain of 5.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how many shoulder problems Nathan Weber had from wrestling. I'll guarantee you a lot of his opponents got shoulder problems.
I was just going to say it's amazing, and you can tell he kind of has that. Oh, he's got a player yanking on it. He's trying to get that thing back in, it looks like, and he's honestly telling the the trainer to kind of back off, and he's trying to take care of it himself.
You watch what they just did there, and I can tell you that guy wrestles. Those guys are freaks. They are freaks. He just has a big guy just yanking on his arm, trying to get it back into the joint.
Holy man. 3rd down and 4 out of the shotgun. Tanner Wood across the middle, pass overthrown, incomplete. Looking for the drag route on Taylor Rollison out of Joliet. That'll bring up 4th down and 5 for Blue. They have lined up to punt twice and have faked 2 punts so far here tonight. 1 via the pass, 1 via the run. 9:23 left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Corbin Walker back there.
4th
Kick
down
the ball away.
and 5. And this one is actually punted. And off the side of the foot, bounces at the 25 and goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So the Red will take over at their 20, well, no. Now the official walking up. Actually, they're going to get much better field position than that. They'll get it at the 29. 1st down and 10, 1 back to receivers. And the handoff to the tailback. Hit hard behind the line of scrimmage. Nice job defensively, Brett Robinson again.
Yeah, that's Schick.
George Schick.
Oh, it's Schick there. I apologize. Thought Robinson got him.
Having a good half of football. You know, I talked to his coach. Of course, I talked to Chuck Forgy, throughout the weeks and months. I stay in contact with him, and he's really high on George Schick in his football team. He really, really encouraged him to try his game at the next level. He said that, he really pushed him to go here and pushed this staff to go after him.
2nd down and 11, rolling out of the pocket right, in trouble. Now throwing it downfield, and it's picked off. Throwing it downfield was Stroop, and it's intercepted at the 39-yard line. That's a tremendous defensive play.
Colton Grange.
Colton Grange steps in front of it and gets the interception, so Grange will get the turnover, and Blue will take over at the Red 39-yard line.
So often you see it, a quarterback rolling out and throwing back against the grain. Really being baited by Grange that time. He stepped in front of the receiver and made a pretty easy interception.
1st down and 10. 1 back, 1 receiver each way. Out of the shotgun, Colton Grange under center. Actually, he's under center, Grange tried to hand it off. He'll keep it himself and leans forward to the 35, a gain of 4. He was hit behind the line of scrimmage initially and then kind of tackled from behind. As first there was Dakota Daly, and then coming in afterwards was Mickey Bidwell to help assist that go to the ground.
We're awful deep into the second half of football, and we haven't seen a score yet. Have we?
No, we have not. 38-12. Where we were at the half, we have 8:05 left to play here in the 3rd. 2nd down and 6 for the Blue. Grange out of the shotgun. Grange sends man in motion, and they're going to run option left. Grange with the pitch across the 35-30. Nice tackle out on the edge down to the 28-yard line. 1st down yardage, a gain of 8. As the pitch went out on the edge, and with the run was Toby Odom.
Yeah, Odom turned the corner, lowered his shoulder, and was met there by, let's see here, Dylan Yerbich out of circle.
There you go, Yerbich. That's a great tackle, boy. He got low to get him around the leg. Ball at the Red 28-yard line. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right, 1 back at home. As running the offense is Grange. Grange pump fake once, looking downfield into double coverage. Well thrown ball right into the hands of Brett Robinson for the score. Brett Robinson, that's a tremendous thrown ball by Colton Grange. Robinson gets in for 6, and the Blue extends their lead.
It's going to be a tough pick for offensive MVP on the Blue team. Robinson's having a great game, both offensively and defensively. Corbin Wood is having a great game.
7:32 left to play here in the 3rd. Blue, after the touchdown, will go for 2. Stacked power I formation. Grange fakes the handoff, tried to get it off, and he's going to be hammered behind the line of scrimmage by Jonathan Moore.
Good play by Moore. Picked the gap, timed up that blitz, and got in the backfield. That was a great play.
Blue up 44-12 after the missed 2-point conversion with the timeout on the field. 7:32 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Blue up 44-12. They'll try the onside kick and almost got to it. Nice job by one of the blockers up front. As getting back on that football was Dylan Yerbich for the Red. And Red will try to answer. They'll come out in the power I. Fullback and a tailback. Ball goes to the ground. It's Blue's. I think the Blue got on it. The ball went to the ground, and it looked like Blue got on that at the 39-yard line, and that's the case. Quarterback never got that ball. It squirted away, as Kanoki under center. That ball hit him on the fingertips. It hit the turf. Blue got on it, and they'll get another turnover with a short field.
Yeah, Kanoki's efforts to go down for the ball. It looked like one of the offensive linemen's feet hit it, kicked it forward, and, once it was kicked forward, there were nothing but blue jerseys around it.
7:19 left to play here in the third. The Blue All-Stars back up to the line of scrimmage. After the turnover, they'll take over at the red 39. Chance to add to their lead here. Handoff will go, and trying to bust it left, gets to the sideline, and boy, just running out of real estate with Toby Odom out of Charlotte. Odom will get one. He kept bouncing left, trying to find a lane to take it north, and nothing ever came open for him.
Yeah, he's met originally by B.J. Inion, 5'9", 160-pounder out of Circle. Circle's well represented in this game.
Yeah, very much so. Another one of those communities every year they're always well represented.
You ever been to Circle?
I don't believe I ever have. Second down and 7. As running off right side with the gap across the 30 down to the 25-yard line. That's a nice bit of running once again. Going head down with Toby Odom.
Good job of following blockers. His lead blocker that time, Brady Freiberger out of Charlotte. Just right on his heels. Big hole there, and Freiberger was leading the way.
$3,000 in scholarships handed out as trying to keep it himself. Mestis Jr. is across the 20 to the 19. Boy, his footwork is incredible. His feet move so fast, and he's just as fast laterally as he is north to south, it seems, and he is just incredibly hard to try and get a handle on.
Watch him on the basketball court.
Yeah.
I mean, he's amazing.
Mestis Jr. split backs with him, one receiver each way. He'll hand it off to his tailback, bouncing right across the 15, inside the 10, still on his feet at the 5, diving for the pylon, not going to get there as Sawyer Connerton out of the Tri-Cities makes a great lunge after a nice run. Connerton down to the 1, first and goal, Blue.
Good piece of running to get all the way down there inside the 1-yard line. Good job. Fought through a couple leg tackles and was able to get her going north-south and got to display a little speed.
Boy, that and the ability to run some folks over. Boy, he put the head down and just barreled over one defender. First and goal from the 1. Mestis Jr. brings him up. They'll bring out the power I. Has a guard on each side, a tackle on each side with a fullback and a tailback. Mestis puts the foot back, drives it straight ahead, and he's in for the touchdown. So Will Mestis Jr. out of our league gets in for the score, and the Blue extend their lead, 50-12 over the Red All-Stars here at the Bob Cleverley 8-Man All-Star Classic. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
I'm just curious to see how much they worked on it.
I'm guessing not at all. Out of the shotgun, flags aplenty as that play got started. I would assume a false start against the Blue, and that will be the case. And after the penalty, ball comes back to the 8-yard line. Mestis pitches it out to the right side. Single hop, picked up and hauled down at the 5-yard line. As Toby Odom picked it up on the single hop, nowhere to go. He's brought down at the 5, 2-point conversion, no good. But the Blue put 6 more up. They lead 50-12 over the Red All-Stars, the 35th annual Bob Cleverley 8-Man All-Star Classic. Welcome back here once again as the Blue kicks it off. They put 6 points on the board. The return starts at the 1-yard line. Across the 15, great burst of speed out to the 25. Love the stutter step by Keegan Stroop that time. He kind of came out at about 60%. And boy, then when he put the pedal to the floor, he absolutely took off. We do have a flag down on the return. And let's see where this is going to take us. 5:23 left to play here in the third quarter. Blue All-Stars up 50-12. Red with the ball at their 13-yard line after the penalty.
I'll say this about hockey. Slapstick's one of my all-time favorite movies.
As it should be.
NHL 94, 95, and 96 were my all-time favorite video games.
Sacked in the backfield, trying to escape to the wing. That's a big-time play defensively, as getting the sack is Carson Norskog, as Norskog got it. So the All-Stars representing the Red once again, north and east. And in at quarterback is Jonathan Moore. 1 back, 2 receivers right. Moore, 3-step drop, pump fake. Looking left. He has a ton of running room here on the near side. Now he decides to take off. He's out near the 12. That's going to be a pickup 3.
Great play that time by the big fella. You know, I believe Moore thought he could get around I'm trying to get the number 62
Step by
on the Butte Lars, Micey. We mentioned he's 5'9", 285 pounds, but Moore went to try and juke him and get around him, and Micey got into his legs, made a great open field tackle.
Guard and tackle on each side with a fullback and a tailback behind him. Moore under center. Moore hands it off to his tailback right side, across the 15, out near the 20 to the 22-yard line. So head down out to the 22. That's going to be a pickup of 11, but going to be about a yard shy of the first down marker. They'll say 4th down and 2. I formation now. And a play action. Moore is going to keep it himself. He has first down yardage plus some. Boy, that's a great spin move on the sideline. Moore gets out to the 35-yard line. What an individual effort by Moore. He'll get 13 yards on the carry. He almost went into a squat and did a complete 360 on about 2 steps. I mean, just incredible balance on the sideline, and somehow never steps out of bounds.
Josh Seabrook was trying to race him down. He came all the way across the field, and he thought he was going to get a dream shot, and just then Moore got to the ground, and Seabrook went over the top of him, and it looked like he might have either banged up his shoulder a little bit or dinged himself.
Just a tremendous play that time by Moore. Moore out of the shotgun, 1 back at home, 2 receivers left. Hand off to the tailback, across the 40 to the 41. Nice bit of running that time by Riley Linder.
They're finding something they like just off the right side to the boundary side here. They ran power that way and quarterback sweep that way, I believe 3 times in a row here to the boundary side, and picked up significant yardage each time.
As they come up to the line of scrimmage, 2 receivers right, 1 back at home here for Moore. Moore out of the shotgun, blue, presenting a 3-man defensive front. 3-man pressure coming. Moore keeps it himself, gets a nice block by his tailback. He'll get first down yardage out to the 46-yard line.
Once again off the right side. That time quarterback keeping it, following he hand faked and then followed his lead blocker, but now I'm starting to see why maybe they're going that way.
First down and 10 from the red 47-yard line rather. 1 receiver each way for Moore. Moore out of the shotgun, looking left. He has time to throw, looking for the deep ball, one-on-one, looking downfield for Johnstone. He was looking for Cade, overthrown, incomplete, in a foot race. And that one just over the outstretched fingers of Cade Johnstone. You have to remember how good the offensive players are. I mean, the idea that they are playing that well defensively says an awful lot about their skill level right now. 2nd and 10, play action, and the quarterback keeper only has 1 guy to beat on the edge, and he doesn't do it. He's going to get 5 on the carry, but a huge open field tackle by Rylan Goche out of Park City. If Goche doesn't make that tackle, Moore moonwalks into the end zone. There isn't a soul on this side of the football field, and Goche with a monster tackle on the edge.
Looked a lot like his dad did back when he played for the Ore Diggers back in the early to mid-'90s. He's all alone, one-on-one out there.
3rd down and 5. Split backs out of the shotgun for Moore. 3-man defensive front for the Blue. Ball at the Blue 48-yard line. Hand off to the tailback. Great sweep across the 40, 35, 30. Bye-bye. Off to the races, into the end zone. Riley Linder for 6. Boy, that kid kicked in the after drives of the young man going to be a Blue Hawk. Dickinson gets in for the touchdown. Red gets their first score of the second half.
Wow. Nice burst of speed. And once again, off the right side. Just power off the right side. And he turned the corner and hit the afterburners. No doubter. Big touchdown by the Red team and Linder.
As when Red scores, they get the score. They'll go for 2. They will get the ball back after this due to the rules here in the Bob Cleverley. 1 back at home, 1 receiver on each side of the formation for Moore. Moore, play action. He's going to throw. Slant route left, and it's dropped. No good. So the 2-point conversion is no good. The Blue All-Stars leading 50-18 with 56 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. End-over-end kick, going to go out of bounds.
Come on, Coyotes.
Okay.
Lace them up.
Okay. And obviously the big news in the 8-man is, the neutral site state championship.
Well, let me put it this way. What they should do up there...
Oh, you're still stuck on Shelby. Please continue.
Yeah, here, what they should do is they should co-op with Sunburst. Sunburst is down to 6 now.
Okay.
And see if they could get enough
For an 11?
For an 11-man team between the two communities.
Okay.
But there's a problem there.
And that being?
I don't think Sunburst likes Shelby.
Out to the 5, the return across the 15, 20 to the 25, wrangled out of bounds at the 28. So you're saying that they have to like each other, so Drummond and Phillipsburg were palsies before they go up?
I don't know. I'm just trying to relive all the stupid questions I've asked.
Handoff on the inside going nowhere. And that time, Kadoki handed that ball off and just absolutely swallowed up. And that's going to bring up second down and 10 as the blue defensive front swallows up the tailback. Yeah, there's certainly a lot of changes coming down the pipe.
Well, it's just funny, the questions you get asked. The first thing I get asked is, hey, how do you think Shelby's going to be an 8-man, you know, from like Cutler and Forgy?
Kadoki out on the edge, nothing happening. Great pursuit by the blue defensive front.
Yeah, a lot of speed. A lot of speed out there on that blue defense right now. Not a lot of size, but a lot of speed.
50-18 our score. We have 15 minutes left to play here in this ball game. The Blue All-Stars up over the Red here on the Northern Sports Network. Red with the ball trailing 50-18. Three-step drop looking to throw. Stepping up downfield and into one-on-one coverage. That's a great throw. Great catch. And that's going to be awful close to first down yardage as they rifle it to the sideline. And with that catch is going to be Paul Johnstone. Teammates out of Forsyth hooking up. They've done that several hundred times. That brings up, well, they're going to say fourth down and about an inch as they pound it forward. And that's going to be good for a fresh set of downs here for the Red All-Stars. So that will move the chains. Nose of the football at the 40-yard line. As Red comes up to the line of scrimmage, Kanoki out of Forsyth. Under center. They'll stack up the I. First and 10 from their 40. Hand off to the tailback, moving right. He's shot down behind the line of scrimmage. That's great penetration as trying to get to the edge that time and just nowhere to go with it was Nathan Weber.
Yeah, and that's Colton Grange getting up there, making a nice tackle for loss there. He's lined up at middle linebacker, but moving laterally and then, you know, picking his gap and getting up there and making a good tackle in the backfield.
Good to see Weber. We talked about his shoulder earlier. He's back out there carrying the rock.
Somebody must have finally yanked it back into place.
Second down and 12. Handoff to the fullback. And that will get back to the original line of scrimmage, bring up third down and 10. As really not a whole lot there between the guards. Well, we've just had a great week. And again, you know, if you've got family playing this, maybe you, with work kind of kept you at home, you got a son or family here, these guys have really had a good week. Just tremendous kids. Ball gets knocked out of the backfield. It's going towards the sideline and rolls out of bounds. Back at the 18-yard line.
Great speed rush off the left edge here by George Schick. Getting up. Yes, I mean, just a great speed rush. Used his hands real well.
And that's 4th and 32, and the red unit will punt it away. Nice punt. Drilled. It's going to come down near the 50. Single hop and fielded and tackled at the 47-yard line.
Kane Lawson from Harlowtown, man. He just wants to get his name called on the radio.
First down at 10, Blue after the punt. Ball at their own 47-yard line. One back, two receivers left. And a run of the offense looks like Tanner Wood. Rifle shot across the middle, almost picked off. Great instinct that time as across the middle, almost getting the interception is B.J. Inion.
Yeah, that was another great play in the secondary. Boy, Wood looked good there. A nice pass drop.
Second down at 10.
He's limping a little bit out there, Inion is.
Tanner Wood under center. One receiver on each side. They're going to run the deep pitch. And Wood, he'll get a blocker out in front. Good spring across the 35-30 down the left sideline. 20 and out of bounds at the 18-yard line. As with the carry that time is going to be Rylan Goche.
Yeah, Goche getting the pitch and showing his wheels there. That was a nice play. Nice pitch and a good job by Goche. Trying to set up. It looked like he wanted to cut back, and then he just ultimately tried to sprint to the sideline and was pushed out of bounds.
After the timeout, Blue up to the line of scrimmage. I formation, handoff to the fullback, bouncing right with it is Corbin Wood. Wood around the 10-5, into the end zone, touchdown, but we have a flag on the edge. They run counter handoff to the fullback as Corbin Wood that time lined up as a fullback. And it will be a hold against the Blue, and this one is coming back. So first down and 21 here for the Blue All-Stars. Ball at the red 29-yard line. And they'll stay in that I formation. Under center is Tanner Wood. Fullback and a tailback lined up behind him. Handoff, ball goes to the ground. Single hops right back to the tailback. That's when you know things are going your way. That ball came out of the hands of Rylan Goche. It single hopped and came right back into his hands. Hit the turf and jumped right back up into his mitts. And he'll get a couple positive yards at it, a gain of 4. I formation once again for Tanner Wood. Tanner hands it off to his brother and Corbin. Corbin trying to go right, and he is wrangled behind the line of scrimmage and finally able to get him down back near the 40. And we're going to get flags aplenty.
They're out of flags, and two of them got their hats off, too. Well, Corbin was going to get an unsportsmanlike here because I think, I don't know if they were trying to blow the whistle dead because there was a false start, but, you know, it was like 80% of the players were still going at it, and ultimately I think in the backfield, Corbin Wood was being drugged down by his face mask, and the flag didn't come out for it.
50-18 our score. Blue with the ball. It's 3rd down and 45. 3rd and 45 with an I formation. Rolling right with it. Tanner Wood going to keep it the whole way. Trying to get to the edge across midfield. 45-40. Tanner Wood to the 30. 25-20. Tanner Wood to the 10. 5 down to the goal line. Tanner Wood breaks the plane in for the score. On 3rd down and 45, Tanner Wood goes 53 yards for the score.
You know, so often defensively, you just assume that's a situation. As a defensive unit, you assume somebody's going to make the play, somebody's going to make the play, somebody's going to make the play. But no one told Tanner Wood that the play was over. It looked like he was running out of turf over on the far side of the football field, but he just never gave up. And then he saw daylight, and the race was over.
And they will go for the 2-point conversion. As they come up to the line of scrimmage, what a run by Tanner Wood. As they come out, one receiver each way, one back, handoff on the inside, and it's not going to get there. It's going to come up just shy. So the 2-point conversion, no good. The Blue with the lead, 56-18 over the Red All-Stars here at the 35th Annual Bob Cleverley 8-Man All-Star Classic. Back here once again to Bob Greenfield. There's a 35th Annual Bob Cleverley 8-Man All-Star Classic here on the Northern Sports Network. Originating on KBOW in Butte. Kickoff end over end, bounces at the 12, rolls inside the 10, and finally corralled at the 3-yard line. Trying to find some running room, hit back at the 2, and finally brought down fully at the 3-yard line. So once again, Red of the very long field out in front of him is trying to find something to go, somewhere to go with Keegan Stroop. 11-11 left to play here in the contest. Red with the ball, trailing 56-18 as the Red offense up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from their 3-yard line. Split back. And a 5-man defensive front presented by the Blue. Handoff to the tailback, bouncing across the 5 out to the 8-yard line. And pounding the rock forward is Riley Linder out of Scobie. So Linder gives them a little bit of breathing room. And actually a nice run. He'll pick up nearly 5 on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 5 for the Red. Again, split backs here for the Red All-Star. Red led by Coach Sean Hollowell out of Forsyth, coaching his final game. Hand off to the tailback. Linder turns it across the 10, dives out to the 15. So Riley Linder, another guy that's going out to Dickinson State to play for the Blue Hawks. As I look at the paper, what I was able to track down anyway, Dickinson has 3 guys signed. Tech has 3 guys signed from this game. I found 1 from Western. Northern has 1. And, of course, a pair going to the U for track. Northern has a wrestler. Play action pass. Rolling left Moore. Trying to find somewhere to go. Pump fake. Now he's going to turn the corner. Now he's going to run. He's across the 18 out near the 19-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 4. As Jonathan Moore really has done a nice job extending plays, trying to find something downfield for his Red All-Star. And he gets up and shakes the cobwebs out. As he gets up, kind of a little slow for Red, it felt like. 9:30 left to play here in the ball game. Blue All-Stars with a 56-18 lead. They led 38-12 at the half. Out of the shotgun, handoff, tailback, all motion moving right across the 20 out near the 25-yard line. Again, the running backs today have done a nice job. Linder with a carry. They've done a great job of following their blockers. You know, they get bodies out in front, and they make sure to follow those blockers downfield. Third down and short here for the Red. One back, two receivers. As Moore out of the shotgun once again. 8:40 left to play. Moore, three-step drop. Blitz is coming from the edge. Moore is able to escape. Looking downfield. Airs it up. Pass complete. And a quick turnaround. And that's going to be first down yardage out near the 35. As he completed that one downfield. That goes into the hands of Cade Johnstone for the first down. So Cade wrestles that one in. Nice pass. And, boy, nice job by Cade. He pulled that ball into his body, and he was turned 180 degrees, just lightning fast and looking for an escape route.
Yeah, they've done both the Johnstones have done a lot of running today and haven't been rewarded with many footballs.
Yeah. And the ones they have caught, they have been in heavy traffic. First and 10, two back. Moore has time to throw, steps up, now he's going to run. Moore cuts back at 35-40, spins out to the 43. A nice tackle out in the open field that time by Sawyer Connerton again.
Sawyer Connerton likes to mix it up. He's an aggressive kid, hits hard out of the Tri-Cities. But I watched Johnstone get off the football that time, and Connerton was lined up over him and blasted him and knocked him back onto his heels, and then later in the play he's up making a hard tackle.
As the All-Stars out of the north and east, up to the line of scrimmage. Moore at quarterback. That's Jonathan Moore out of Shoto. He'll hand it off. They'll try and stretch the edge. Linder across midfield and out of bounds at the blue 49. So once again, Riley Linder running the football out of Scobie. They've moved the ball well. Some costly turnovers tonight certainly have hurt the Red offense. Second down and 3. They'll stay in that split back out of the shotgun. Moore going to keep it. He has some blockers. He's across midfield, spins, cuts back, and he has some running room if he can get to the sideline, but he's not going to make it. Boy, he had a ton of turf out in front of him. Sawyer Connerton once again. Boy, that young man is fast. He has a great football nose on him. He took the angle and shut him down. That's going to bring up third down and 3 now for the Red. Third down and 3 for the Red All-Stars. They'll come out in the stacked I formation. Moore hands it off right side. Good pursuit across the 45 inside the 40. First down yardage for the Red All-Stars as Riley Linder will move the chains again. 56-18 as the Blue All-Stars with the lead. Up to the line of scrimmage they come. First and 10 from the blue 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, split backs, one on each side of the quarterback and Moore. Three-man pressure, Moore, play action, he wants to throw. Moore with a deep ball right side. Two guys there, ball's tossed up and intercepted at the 8-yard line.
That's how she's done. Perfect high point, Tyson Pettigrew.
So Pettigrew goes up and gets the interception. The young man out of Charlotte, 5'11", $165. Pettigrew gets the pick. And the turnover will go back to Blue.
Huge amount of energy played with today. You know, credit to both coaching staffs and, of course, the players. Giving it all they got out here. I mean, this isn't no pillow fight like the Pro Bowl or anything like that. They're really mixing it up.
Out of the shotgun, Blue after the turnover gets the ball. And with the ball is going to be Grange. Grange has a gap. Grange off to the foot race. Cross 30, 35, 40. Grange out near midfield. And he's brought down at the Red 47-yard line. Grange will take off for 46 yards. And that's a big-time run by Grange as the quarterback keeps it himself and absolutely takes off. Colton Grange out of Flint Creek, 5'11", $180. As we mentioned earlier, coming to Montana Tech.
Is it too late to announce it?
What's that?
Your offensive MVP on the blue team.
Yeah, we weren't asked to vote. First down and 10, one receiver each way. And out of the shotgun is Grange. 6:10 left to play in the ball game. Grange going to keep it himself again. Lost his balance leaning forward, and he is swallowed up in that defensive front. Boy, nice job just bear hugging him was James Slaughter III out of Shoto. And we're looking at second down and 9 here for the Blue All-Stars. Taking their time coming up to the line of scrimmage. One back, one receiver each way. Kind of a tight end buddied up to the left. Snap a little low, handoff up the middle as Corbin Wood is off to the races. He's across the 40 down to the 38. That's going to be a gain of 7.
He's still mixing it up.
And
Corbin Wood.
And the late flag again. And Corbin Wood with the unsportsmanlike. And that will back the Blue up. Oh, my. Stock in the sideline. One back. 3 receivers here for the Blue offense. 3-man defense in front. Option look. Grange keeps it himself across midfield. Head down to the 43-yard line of the Red. That's a nice gain and a pickup of 8 for the Blue All-Stars. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8 in that neighborhood here for the Blue.
I believe Coach Cutler's son, Cade, he was a freshman this year. I think he might be the future quarterback over there at Flint Creek.
4th down and 8 for the Blue. Grange handoff on the inside, bouncing out to the right wing. Nice stiff arm across the 40, down near 1st down yardage. Boy, that's great 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort out on the edge by Toby Odom out of Charlo. Great bit of running. And Odom, they're going to say he's about a yard shy of the first. No, actually, it's way closer than that. I'm sorry. And they're going to say
first down Red team.
First down Red. So a turnover on downs. On 4th down and 7, he's going to be just shy. So turnover on downs to the Red. It was interesting, again, going back to our discussion we had with Coach on Overtime Wednesday. Coach Sean Hollowell said that he expects Coach Cutler and Flint Creek to go back-to-back. He flat out told him, he goes, I expect you to go back-to-back. First down and 10, handoff out on the left wing, stiff arm, across the 40, out to the 43. So no pressure or anything on Coach Cutler, but Coach Hollowell thinks you've got a lot of, and like I say, with 2 guys on this roster here, they certainly bring back an awful lot down the road to Flint Creek. Co-op.
And Cutler's kid's an athlete. He started, I watched the divisional basketball tournament, not this spring, but the spring before, and one of the starters on that team was his kid, who was an 8th grader at that time, and not only did he start, he played the entire game.
2nd down and 4, handoff and just murdered in the backfield. Handoff in the backfield that time goes to Landon Taylor, and Taylor is just hammered. That's going to be a loss of 3, maybe 4. Red comes up to the line of scrimmage. Great crowd on hand. We had the tailgate going, had a beautiful the banquet last night. And 3rd down and 7, 1 receiver each way. In trouble quickly. And able to get back to the line of scrimmage and not give up. The sack was Keegan Stroop. Boy, the Blue got amazing penetration on the snap of the football, and Stroop just scrambled for his life, gets back to the line of scrimmage, 4th and 7. And by the time Red kind of got the rubber on the road, they have been in chase mode really since word go. And now we're going to get a flag, and we're going to delay a game as the back judge threw it. So delay a game, our first delay a game here in this contest.
Yeah, and these guys are prepared now. They have essentially all of them have the wristband, the play sheets on their wrists. So
punting unit is in, end over end kick inside the 30, retreating, getting the return, starting at the 25. Waiting for blocking to develop here on the near side and stepping out of bounds, and we have a flag down here on the near side. As with the return for the Blue was Rhett Woodhall. As voted as far as the coaches and administrators, as far as the neutral site for the class, for the 8-man state championships. And that takes, it's not next year, is it? Or is it next year?
I don't know when it is. Not a fan of it, so.
And that's, I was really interested talking to the coaches about it. The idea of whether they like it or not. And I was surprised that, the coaches we had on our show this week, they were split 50-50. Those that were in favor and those that were not. First down and 10, 3 receivers, and in at quarterback is going to be Mestis Jr. He's off to the races, 40, 45, 50, and out of bounds. Mestis goes out of bounds across the 50. That's going to be a pickup of 20 yards by Will Mestis Jr., and he'll get first down yardage to the Red 49.
Will's had himself a nice ball game here today, too.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he's had a good game. He's really played hard and seems to be having a great time out there.
Mestis out of the shotgun, handoff to his tailback across the 45 down to the 43-yard line.
I like how he executes in the backfield with his own read. He's good both when he gives the ball, carrying out his fake.
2nd down and 3, 3 receivers, 1 back at home. Mestis out of the shotgun, handoff to the tailback across the 40. First down yardage, a great lunge that time, as with the carry is Trey Oswald out of Joliet. Oswald, 5'10", $155. 1:15 left to play here in the ball game. Blue All-Stars up to the line of scrimmage. Again, the big ones handed out last night at the banquet. There were 3 scholarships, $3,000 in all. There were two $750 scholarships handed out. George Schick for the Blue got 1. And Lex Heberly received a $750 scholarship. And then, of course, the big one went to Toby Odom, the young man out of Charlotte, with a $1,500 scholarship as he embodied Bob Cleverley's 8-man All-Star Classic. And that is a take a knee. We'll have one more snap, and that should put this one in the books, Brother Haskett. 56-18, the Blue with the lead. And we should have one more snap here as the game clock inside 30.
It's an exciting game. A lot of guys. I mean, everybody, of course, played hard, but it was really well played. The red team's got nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, both teams were loaded. They could have had some breaks go their way early. But, yeah, a lot of great football players, great-looking football players. They played hard, and what more can you ask?
There's the case. So up, they'll take one more snap, and this one goes into the record book. So our final 56-18 as the Blue All-Stars will get the win over the Red All-Stars. So Coach Mike Cutler gets himself another win on the year over Coach Sean Hollowell. And just an outstanding ball game here in Butte, Montana.